What is going on, guys? Josiah LaRue here, and today we're going to be talking about some of the latest news and technology, including Tinder, Pokemon Go, and Apple Airpods. So let's do this. So yeah, guys, it is December, and so it is the holiday season here in the United States. I figured I'd bring back my 8-bit Loot Crate ugly sweater t-shirt. Thought that'd be a cool way to do this tech news video. So yeah, let's talk about some of the latest news and technology. First up is Tinder. If you are single and want to do your Tindering on the big screen, Apple TV now allows you to run Tinder on your Apple TV. So you can literally view all those hot babes or hulking guys on your TV and left swipe, right swipe, super like, or if you have Tinder Plus, rewind using the gesture bar on your Apple remote, which was kind of interesting. I don't have an Apple TV, and I don't think I would ever do it on an Apple TV, but if you want to, it's now a thing. Next up is Pokemon Go. Now, Pokemon Go from Niantic has been a huge phenomenon over the summer, and I've talked about it before. I personally do play it, but myself, along with a good chunk of the user base, have died down in overall activity. But that's not to say that people aren't playing it still. Niantic isn't still updating it and trying to get people to come back, and they are now expanding to newer markets. They are now hitting the Middle East and Southeast Asia in the next few months. November, December, and January, they're going to be releasing to us several different countries, including India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and a couple other countries in the Middle East in the next few months. So it's exciting to see Niantic continuing to support and try and roll out all of the countries who will support their product and continue to get new players on their user base, as I think the US market is starting to die down a little bit. People are still playing, but it is getting into the holiday season. It's getting cold for most of the United States, so people don't want to go out quite as much, which I believe is why the next interesting thing, Niantic is working with Sprint and Starbucks to turn each and every single Starbucks store and Sprint store into a Pokestop. So a little bit of pay to play there, I believe, for some sponsorship. But now, if you're going to your local Starbucks or driving by your local Sprint store, you can spin that wheel and collect your Pokeballs. So a little interesting thing there with the number of Starbucks across the United States that really increases the number of Pokestops around, particularly if you're in a heavily urban environment. So that's kind of cool. And just in time for the holidays, Pokemon is releasing their holiday update. So the splash screen now has Christmas lights and Christmas-themed Pokemon on it. There is now an updated Pikachu and Raichu, where if you catch a Pikachu throughout the United States, or I think across the world, he's going to have a Santa hat. And so this little guy is not overly common, but I have seen him a couple times across the town where I live in, and if you can catch him, then you get him with the hat. Now, this little guy is only available until December 29th, so if you can't catch him before then, you're kind of out of luck, but best of luck to everyone. They are also doing that on the Raichu. If you upgrade your Pikachu, the Raichu will also have the hat, and also, they are releasing a few new Pokemon in the next couple weeks. So it's good to see Niantic is still trying to keep the game alive and trying to get people involved in it, even if their player base has dropped off somewhat. And finally, guys, let's talk about the Apple Airpods. Now, the Airpods were announced at the September Apple launch event for the iPhone 7. They were supposed to be the answer to not having a headphone jack for your iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. They're supposed to work with Macs and iPads and iPhones and iPods, and we're supposed to be shipping shortly after the iPhone 7s. However, as the ship date keeps getting pushed back and back, and we are now in December and they still have not shipped yet, there's apparently something wrong. Now, there's not been any official words, but it's believed that Apple is having issues with battery life or getting the W1 chip to work exactly. Now, they are saying that these things are supposed to ship by the 29th, but that means you will not be getting them for Christmas. However, Apple did say that select retail stores should be getting them by the end of next week. So it's going to be possibly you can get them right before Christmas, but that's only in a retail store, and they're probably going to sell out pretty quickly, but for mass shipping, they're not going to be coming in until after the holidays, which is going to be very disappointing for a lot of people, I believe, as they're going to be buying iPhone 7s for their friends and family, but can't get the AirPods to go with them. Also very interesting, the Beats X, the other wireless earphones that Apple said were going to feature the W1 wireless chip that was supposed to be super efficient on battery and super good for wireless audio transfer, they haven't shipped either, and they have a pretty much same ship date of being pushed back and back. There's actually no definite ship date for that, but they said probably at the beginning of January in 2017. So whatever's going on with that W1X chip and those batteries is not seeming to be working very well because Apple keeps pushing them back and back. Personally, I don't really like the AirPods just in their overall design. I think they could have done it a little bit better, but as I said in my video, I'm probably not going to be buying them unless someone can get me a reviewer sample. If anyone knows and wants to hook me up, I'd be certainly happy to review it and give you guys my impressions and thoughts on it. But being as they haven't even shipped yet, I don't know who all is going to be getting one. Maybe some of the bigger YouTubers will be getting one as soon as they're available. But at this point, no one has them. No one knows exactly when they're going to be coming out. I think this just kind of shows that Apple kind of rushed the R&D on this one, and trying to fit all of that tech into something so small means you're really not going to have that great a battery life and possibly not that great a performance. So I really hope that if it takes longer for them to get it finalized and get a good product, that they can do so and then get it out to the market as soon as possible to create still a decent product. And that's going to be the Beats X and the Apple AirPods. Whenever they can get those finalized, those will be coming, but probably not until the beginning of January. So yeah, guys, that's been some of the latest news in technology. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment box down below, what did you think about swiping right to find your Tinder match on your Apple TV, or about Pokemon's new updates, the little Christmas Pikachu, or about Apple's AirPods or the Beats X. Would you get either of those? Are you still waiting to get either of those? And if so, what do you think it's going to be like? Let me know in the comment box down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, you can check out my last tech episode right here. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button down below so you miss any future videos on this channel. Check me out on social media. I hope you guys have a great and happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!